Let's talk a little bit about this. We look at the University of Life, which is the experience we gain, and we learn a lot from our own experiences.
True.
And then we look at the University of Academics and theoretical knowledge. And I'm a practitioner, having been in business now for 35 years plus. I didn't finish high school. I didn't do my A-levels. But yet I found myself about 5 years ago being accepted to go study at Harvard Business School, and I'm now a graduate of HBS. I'm an alum. And I was humbled by the case studies, because we studied 120 or 130 case studies of companies, the largest companies in the world, and networked with my peers that were much more academically qualified than me. But I realized quickly, being in there, that it's the experience that really talks. The academics is fine as a basic foundation, but even the professors would admit that in our course, the MBA students really come to learn, but in our course, the professors come to learn from us. So looking at that, looking at the degrees that you've got, and considering we had a lady on the program recently, Tafara, in this season 3, and she talked about how important education was. Her mum really instilled it, and her mum was a teacher. And I look at Madiba Nelson Mandela saying that education is the most powerful weapon that will change the world. How do you relate to all of that?
I believe education teaches discipline. It teaches you how to learn. So the more educated usually, the more educated you are, the quicker you are when it comes to learning and adapting to certain spaces and grasping certain concepts. I don't necessarily particularly respect the name of the degree or the particular level that you went to. The only thing that I respect about that level is you have proven that you've got the discipline to sit through a grueling experience for 4 years and come out with the certificate. And then after those 4 years, maybe you went into another 2 years, and you had the discipline to come up with a project proposal and then do a whole dissertation. And then, because it's the discipline for me that proves that you are worth your salt, not necessarily the actual knowledge that you gain from the course. A lot of people who go, especially when it comes to adult education, a lot of the people that are in those classes, they already know the things that they're learning. When I did my MBA, when I did my master's, a lot of the stuff that we were learning, possibly 80+% of what I learned over those 2 years, are things that I already knew, because I'd been working in the executive space of management. But the discipline of still respecting the deadlines, studying all night, making sure that you submit your stuff on time, and going through all the little rigorous things that they need you to do to then achieve the certification. I feel that's what we need to respect, not necessarily the knowledge.
And it's the pressure that you're under, right? That time pressure.
Exactly.
That's what creates the excellence.
Yes, and if I am to employ someone who has got more certification than someone who doesn't, it would be for that reason, not necessarily for the fact that this one doesn't have a degree. If this one can prove, even without a degree, that they've got the grit and they've got the stamina and they've got the discipline and understanding and the ability to work under pressure, they should get the equal opportunity.
Konapo, ipapo, ba ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.